my name is Isabella Greene. Welcome to my channel. Today I would like to share with you the new concept that has been coming in the sessions, and that is the concept about experiencing reality and time, vertical and horizontal experiences of time that I have been observing recently and receiving information about. And I find this concept very exciting, and I'm here to share it with you because it's brand new for me, but here it is. So I have observed in my sessions that human beings experience reality vertically and horizontally. We experience the flow of incarnations or incarnational imprints vertically and horizontally. What do I mean by that? Most of us know our present, our future, and our past, and it's kind of one foot in front of the other, right? The past happened and we have memories of that. The present is happening now. The future is something we're anticipating or looking at as a future experience. And this is how the structure of time is processed by the human beings. And that also is the structure of reality. And my understanding is, however, that the structure of reality that is linearized in that way is only experienced in that way by people living in this density, by human beings on Earth, and perhaps on other planets that are on the same level of density that are living within the construct of time, which is considered to be an artificial construct. But we'll also look at incarnations, we'll also look at memories, we'll also look at experiencing karmic influences linearly, the same way, like one era after the next, one human experience after the next. Here's the past, here's the present, here's the future. We're moving through the influences of karmic experiences. We call it past lives because they are experienced as something in the past, and very often from the present moment when we're looking, we're having memories of other times that are not present times, that are times from the past as far as we know it, right? But I have also observed that some people experience incarnational influences horizontally. What do I mean by that? Where a person is pulling into the present moment parallel incarnations from the same exact era. For example, I just recently worked with someone who was pulling the incarnations from the era between 1920s and 1950s, and I was receiving the downloads about her lives of being different people of different age, having different experiences, different gender, different jobs, different realities, but they were all happening during that period of time. And so when we reached out to the higher self to find out what that was all about, they said that, well, she is pulling the horizontal experience of time into the present timeline. Well, let's think about this. How is that possible? We are living in within really strict system of boundaries and restrictions of what we are able to observe. We literally are linearized in this experience, in this human experience. So we literally know today after tomorrow, tomorrow after the next day, and it is how we experience realities. But every experience that we have is exponentially expanding into multiple parallel potentials that lead into a whole different experience. So let's take an example here. Like if, for example, you're driving from point A to point B, and at some point you make a wrong turn and it's a right turn and you find yourself at a specific destination, in parallel with that reality, there is another reality happening where you're driving from point A to point B, and you make a left turn and you find yourself in a completely different destination. And every one of these experiences is fractalizing into infinite amount of potential experiences that are all happening simultaneously. But we're not able to see that because we're in linearity. We only see, oh, I only had that one drive from point A to point B, made a road turn, and I am in whatever destination. And that's all we know, and that's all we see, because our filters are very strong. However, once people start experiencing, work their way through the filters and start experiencing what we call bilocation, but actually they're just experiencing their multidimensional nature, people start observing that things are happening with them in parallel, but we still experience it in vertical way and kind of vertical reality, because we're observing that, we can see our past, we can see our experiences from, let's say, like galactic history in the past, and it's all pulling into the present moment. Some are able to see experiences in horizontal manner, meaning, here I am, and here's something that I am in parallel in a different reality, and here's something that I am in another reality, and each one of these is expanding and fractalizing infinitely. We still only see specific lines, what we call timelines, even when we're experiencing our multidimensional nature, because I'm not really sure how the human mind is going to survive if we all of a sudden get a download of all of the potentials that are happening simultaneously in parallel realities and in horizontal experience of time. But this reminds me of that image or that video that we've seen, the fractalization of reality, where each fractal expands into the next fractal, and it continues and happens over and over and over and over into infinity. The infinite amount of experiences and the infinite amount of potentials that happen simultaneously. So our experience of time gets much richer once we move past our own filters. The reason we only see one foot in front of the next is because we are in that space-time construct, and that is that only belongs, or that's only happening within the 3D reality. It is not the characteristic of realities outside of our experience. So I just wanted to bring this to you today, because I find this absolutely fascinating that the time is experienced vertically and horizontally. These are the words from the higher self channeling from one of the sessions recently, because I observed the person who was living the same era over and over and over and over and over, and it was being pulled into the present moment. And she actually did tell me that, well, I'm all of these people that you just described, that I downloaded, or I had a vision of in her past lives. They were not past lives, they were literally straight out parallel lives. So that is, I think that this is really exciting. I wanted to share this with you because this is hot off the press. I always try to bring you all of my discoveries as soon as I find them. So more on this subject coming soon, hopefully. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, because I share a lot of fun and exciting information with you on this channel. And also, if you'd like to have a session with me, you can reach me at isabellagreene.com. Thank you for tuning in today. I'll see you next time. Namaste.